Hello, my beautiful friend. My name is Ella, and I'm a registered dietitian and the founder of the Gut-Brain Method. It's a program designed to optimize your digestion and therefore improve your metabolism and overall well-being. So today I want to briefly explain what inflammation is. Most of you are busy, smart, successful individuals like me, you and I. We know what inflammation is, and we kind of don't want to relate to that because we associate inflammation with older people, with people who don't take care of themselves, people who don't drink green juices. In fact, that's not true. Inflammation can happen to all of us. Even if you're young and you drink green juice and you're doing everything by the book, you still might encounter inflammation because let's face it, who have never had a food poisoning? Or if you're eating raw food and you like sushi and poke bowls, you might encounter something like parasites. Anything that's raw or not washed or consumed in the raw form from unknown source can be a trigger. Also, inflammation may arise from using antibiotic, and then after the antibiotic, the microbiome changes, and that can lead to skin health issues such as rosacea, eczema, or acne. Also, microbiome changes with post-antibiotic use can lead to autoimmune conditions such as allergies, food sensitivities, food intolerances. And those things can manifest themselves in many different symptoms and conditions. And a lot of us in their 30s and 40s are dealing with some sort of condition that we're not even aware of. Itchy ears, congestion, low energy, chronic fatigue, or feeling bloated. All of those signs might be an indication that you have food sensitivity, food intolerances, or a low-grade inflammation. And the reason I know this is because I specialize in gut health, and I myself dealt with a lot of issues and helped a lot of my clients to figure out the foods that love them back just as much as they love their food, and how to eat for the healthiest version of you. Not many of you know that our intestines and our gut contain with over 5 times more neurons than our spinal cord. That which is called enteric nervous system is also called the second brain. And the reason it's called the second brain, exactly because it has more neurons than the spinal cord, and it has a specific intricate communication with our brain. The neurotransmitters such as serotonin originate from the gut. Up to 90% of serotonin, which is the feel-good hormone, communicated from our intestines. That's why a lot of depressive conditions or anxiety are associated with microbiome, with low diversity of the gut-friendly bacteria, or a dysbiosis, a condition which indicates that the bacterial makeup of our intestines is off balance. Because there's 2 types of bacteria inside our gut, the gut-friendly and gut not friendly, the ones that when they overgrow lead to all these conditions and manifestations that I mentioned earlier. So the gut-brain axis is one of the most powerful scientific findings in the latest 20 years. So what it indicates is how powerful everything that we eat and how it affects not only how we perform and how we feel, but also how we think. So the biochemistry of our body inside out truly depends on what we eat. And you've heard, you are what you eat. The oversimplified statement is actually true, but as a dietitian specializing in gut health, I'll be more specific and I'll say you're not just what you eat, but you are what you digest and what you absorb. Because depending on your gut ability to be able to absorb and digest the food, that's what's going to affect your well-being. And most of us take our gut's ability to digest and absorb for granted, right? It's just happening on its own and we don't need to pay attention to it. We did our job, we ate the delicious foods, right? And then we see the food in the toilet bowl and we hope that somehow on its own it's gonna figure itself out. The truth is, there's a lot of things that goes on during this process, and it is our responsibility to pay attention to it, to be able to optimize for our digestive system to make the most of the foods that we consume. If we think about it, breath work only became popular around 5 or 10 years ago. Before that, we were breathing, and we weren't taking into considerations how we were doing this, right? But only yogis who practice, or athletes who practice athletic performance and do physical activities professionally, only they knew the power of their breath. These days, I experience the same with digestion, and I think I'm on the forefront, and my mission is to bring attention to digestion for you to understand that it may happen on its own, but at the very low grade of efficiency. But when you put your intention and your energy into optimizing your digestion, you may very well change your entire health and your lifestyle. So my solution is to offer the gut-brain method to all of my listeners and viewers with a 20% discount. Reach out and mention that you saw this video on YouTube and you're interested in optimizing your digestive health. In this 10-week program, I help my clients and my participants to see the specific solutions that they could do to help them to feel better, get rid of all the symptoms, and even change the way they feel, to optimize the neurotransmitters in our body with food, maybe with some supplements, but that will depend on your specific condition. That's it for inflammation and for microbiome today. And in the next video, I will be sharing more information on what the course includes and what specific modules of information that will be shared throughout the course.